Hello, I am Dr. Thakkedath Matthew. Today I am presenting my thesis, Adipoli Syndrome in Young Adults in Kerala. My thesis statement is, Adipoli Syndrome must be considered a novel cardiac risk factor for sudden cardiac death in young adults in Kerala. Last time when I visited Kerala, I did a few presentations about sudden cardiac death. I was inundated with questions, all about sudden cardiac death in young adults. Why young people are dying? I did not have an answer. But every day in the newspapers, there were multiple reports of unexplained sudden cardiac deaths in young adults. Men in their 40s, 30s, and 20s dying. Most of them found dead in the morning, and many of them are involved in weekend Adipoli syndrome. Sudden cardiac death in Kerala. Many intriguing reports in newspapers and television. The problem with Kerala is it is very difficult to arrive at a definitive conclusion because generally postmortem examination is considered a taboo. My son is lost. I don't want them to cut him up and mutilate him. So before long, I need to explain what I mean by Adipoli syndrome. Adipoli meaning smite and demolish is a trend among affluent youngsters, particularly in developing countries like India, Kerala, involving wild revelries with indulgences in smoking, cocaine, fentanyl, heavy alcohol, and massive amount of junk food. There is a burgeoning segment of young IT professionals in Kerala, hardworking, high achievers, drawing massive salaries. As a rule, they work from 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. every day, including Saturday. And on Saturday nights, they get together in a bar-attached restaurant and hotels to unwind and engage in revelries. I need to give you a caution. My thesis, my inferences are made on logical conclusions and common sense deductions. Again, my thesis, my inferences are based on logical conclusions and common sense deductions. But I found one autopsy study, strange enough, from a very small medical school in Kerala. There the final year medical students collected 9 subjects and subjected them for post-mortem examination from January 1st, 2024 to December 31, 2024. What they found is very interesting. No evidence of coronary artery disease, but all of them had massive amount of junk food in their stomach. Therefore, I am postulating that Adipoli syndrome involves quadruple jeopardy. Number 1, cigarette smoking. Number 2, cocaine and fentanyl. Number 3, alcohol. Number 4, massive amounts of junk food. Now, before long, I need to take you to medical school to give you an overview about coronary artery disease. Once again, I tell you, this segment of the presentation is only for your information. None of my patients had coronary artery disease. A quick trip, there are 2 coronary arteries, a large right coronary artery and a small left coronary artery. This is the schematics of the heart. It is the heart here, it is the coronary arteries here. They are sitting on the heart like a crown, therefore they are called coronary arteries. So in the diagram, this is the right coronary artery, this is the left coronary artery. When we do an angiogram, this is the left coronary artery and this is the right coronary artery. Now, this is a cross-section, a diagram of an artery. In the center there is a lumen and then there is an endothelium and intima. And this is the cross-section of an artery. This is the intima. This intima liberates two important chemical substances. One is nitric oxide and that is a vasodilator. Other one is endothelin, which is a poison, which is a vasoconstrictor. I am going to show you a video on the schematics of a heart attack. This is the artery of an English professor, Dr. Williams. Dr. Williams had coronary artery like this in his 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s. Cholesterol crystals are passing from here, but at some point these cholesterol crystals will gain access into the intima of the artery, producing a plaque. This is a plaque. In the center of the plaque there is liquid cholesterol and then there is a fibrous plaque. When the plaque is developing, it is actually not interfering the lumen of the artery. The blood flow from the proximal to the distal is continuing without any problem. Now, at some point, without any premonitory symptoms, there can be a rupture in this fibrous plaque and liquid cholesterol can pass from there to here. And that will produce sudden thrombosis. When that happens, the person will get sweating, chest pain, shortness of breath, tightness in the chest. He will faint and he will wobble and he will hit the floor. So this blood clot is formed. The blood supply from there to here is stopped. When it happens, the patient will develop ventricular fibrillation. What is ventricular fibrillation? This is normal sinus rhythm. Tudum, tudum, tudum. At some point, ventricular fibrillation happens. In our subjects, because of the quadruple jeopardy, the electrical system got insulted. Up to then, they developed ventricular fibrillation. As I said before, in our subjects, there was no evidence of coronary artery disease, but what they found was massive amount of food in the stomach. If the brain is devoid of blood supply for 5 minutes, that will develop brain death. When you see somebody wobbling, you should shout cough, cough, cough. You should call for CPR, call for defibrillation, call for ambulance. And when you cough, what happens? This is a patient. I was doing a coronary angiogram. This patient developed vasovagal attacks. When I cough, the blood pressure shoots up. This is called internal CPR. You should tell the patient cough. And when the cough stops, you have to start CPR. This is an AED, which is an integral part of basic life support. Now, a couple of explanations are needed before I proceed any further. I need to explain some biochemistry and pathophysiology of endothelial function and biochemistry of some of the hormones involved in Adipole syndrome. There are two sets of hormones in the body. One is called happy hormones and the other one is stress hormones. Stress hormones are cortisol, adrenaline and noradrenaline. These things will produce vasoconstriction, plaque resorption, and thrombosis and sudden death. Then there are the happy hormones. The happy hormones are dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphin. These happy hormones will not produce thrombosis. It will keep the blood vessel open. Now, let me go one by one. The quadruple jeopardy that I pointed out before are smoking, drugs, alcohol, and massive amount of food. First, smoking. Smoking reduces the nitric oxide, produces vasoconstriction, produces thrombus formation, disruption, and blockage in the arteries. So smoking is jeopardy number one. Jeopardy number two, alcohol. 1 to 2 drinks release the happy hormones. The people will get euphoria. They will talk louder. They will start singing and they feel very happy. However, the drinks increases to 4, 6 or 8. The stress hormones are released. Then they will develop shit faces. And happy hormones are all disappearing and the stress hormone appearing. Now, the third is cocaine or fentanyl. The story is the same. Very small amount liberate happy hormones. Large amount produces stress hormones, producing thrombosis. Now, the last component of our jeopardy is massive amount of food. There is no limit how much food a human stomach can contain. You have heard stories in eating competitions, people eating 100 hot dogs, 110 hamburgers and all. So there is massive amount of food the stomach can contain. There is gastric dilatation, stomach will dilate, the stomach will need more blood supply, so the blood supply is increased by 250%. This produces a relative lack of blood to the brain and to the heart. That in combination, the stress hormones from the previous 3 things I said, along with disruption in cardiac rhythm, will produce ventricular fibrillation. I explained to you before what is ventricular fibrillation. The normal rhythm, tudum, 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 is converted into ventricular fibrillation. So these people all developed ventricular fibrillation when they were sleeping and therefore they were found dead in the morning. So what I am saying is this Adipoli syndrome is tip of the iceberg. It must be considered as Adipoli syndrome must be considered as a novel risk factor for sudden cardiac death in young adults. Thank you for listening. If you have any thoughts about it, kindly intimate it to me, tim.matthew@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.